Hello and welcome to Entertain This. It's a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name is Tom, and with me I have
Mitch.
And we have an interview for you today. We have a special guest, Mrs. Valentina Latyna. How are you doing?
Hi, Tom. Hi, Mitch. Hi, everyone. I'm good. Thank you.
So for those of you who don't know Miss Latyna, or Valentina Latyna, which is very fun to say now, she's a LA-based Colombian-born actress with a couple of really good credits coming up and some interesting things that are be coming along the way. We just like to sit down and chat with you and hear your story about how you got into the acting business. And I see you also have 2 awards for voice acting.
That's correct. Well, I would have to give the whole credit to my mom. She's an actor, a soap opera actor in Colombia. And so growing up, I had to go to the sets and the telenovela sets or whatever location she has to shoot that day. Missing school sometimes, or sometimes she was coaching somebody in the living room. So, like growing up having that example for, your mother, that's what she was doing for a living. Of course, with the whole struggle as any other actor in the world. That kind of inspired me to go to the conservatory theater. So I got my bachelor's degree in fine arts, and that wasn't enough for me. I was doing dubbing already. That was the way I was paying my university. And then I just got my heart broken. The boyfriend I had at the time, he just broke my heart, and I was the perfect excuse to go to La La Land and start from scratch. And even though I had a voiceover career already, it was like seeing the whole industry in a huge perspective, which in Colombia for me was a small market. And here see the importance of voiceovers as an industry, and of course the actors, and becoming a SAG-AFTRA member, and step by step. Nowadays it's been 15 years. I moved from Colombia to LA. I'm still in the school of life. I'm just growing as an artist, trying to find my essence, my point of view, and see projects as the story about Dora. It's a thing that really summarizes everybody's lives after your 30s. Like coming back to your roots and seeing that mountain from far away. Like, what I have done. So that's part of me.
What was your favorite Colombian role that you've done before you came to Los Angeles?
There was something that I used to play a lot. So I was nurse forever in every single soap opera for Telemundo. That's how I also pay my college. So I was nurse number 1, nurse number 2, nurse number 3. Fortunately, I always had lines, so I can just have a whole reel about nurses for Telemundo.
Did you learn like a lot of medical stuff with it? Like if like something happened, it's just like, is there a doctor? It's like, I played a nurse on television. Hang on.
I know stuff. I know things.
Like I can tell you right now, him having this issue right now is not part of the script. He's going completely off it. What year did you come to LA?
That was 2010.
Wow, 2010.
This year is my 15-year anniversary.
Okay. I understand the culture shock. I'm not from Georgia where we record this. I'm from New York.
Right.
So when we moved down here, it was like, why is everybody talking so slow?
Yeah.
It's like, man, you call this pizza? This isn't food.
We don't talk slow. We just talk with twang. That's all.
It's like another language almost, Mitch.
I love it. That's, yeah. Now imagine that with the foreign language. Like it's the whole different thing. But there is something that happens in your brain when you're immigrating, even from small cities to big cities or whatever. You are, challenging yourself in such a way that you are able to use whatever you used to know to survive, or just come back and say, okay, I give up, which is okay too. But I remember I was 24. I was daring to do, to eat the world. I don't know if I immigrate at this age of my life, So it's different too. Like you're willing to do whatever it takes. I'm in LA, so yeah. That definitely is a shock. There's a funny story I always tell my kids is I didn't understand a single sentence people were saying to me
Mhm.
after my fourth month living in LA. So I was just really catching words, and I had to pretend. That's what I'm talking about surviving. Like I had to pretend I understood everything you said, and I was working as a nanny to pay my acting school, which was the New York Film Academy, and that was pretty expensive. uh, so I remember the lady was telling me the instructions of the baby's clothes, right?
Mhm.
I was just using my common sense, like should be something there that I need, but I have no idea what you're saying. She was like blah 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 blah. So survival mood activated.
Well, so when you came to LA, how did you find your way to get into the acting business here in America?
I think my main thing was going to schools, to coaching, to workshops,
Okay.
and get involved with the people and seeing the community. It's huge, of course, but once you see someone in a class and then you see them again in a casting, or 3 months later you become friends on Facebook, whatever. So that's how little by little I understood, for example, the importance of what is a manager, what is an agent. It's
Mm.
pretty different than Latin America. We don't have the same protocols to get into the industry, to get an audition. So yeah, to learn about the industry, that was also something that it comes with the journey, then, and at the end there is no formula anyways. Just it's good to know, it's good to keep your training, and that's how it has been. Maybe some luck too.
So when you were in Colombia, it was kind of like you were on your own. You had to find your own auditions and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Pretty wild.
God forbid there's like a how-to book. It's like, oh, you want to be an actor in Los Angeles? It's like, all right, step 1, move to Los Angeles. Step 2, go to this place, talk to this person, roll. But the survival thing being the nanny, it's funny. I just became a dad for the first time. My son's 2 weeks old right now.
How's it been? Are you
It's
sleeping?
right now we're doing good. He's about like 4 to 5 hours in a row,
Ooh, good.
which is great.
In her own crib or
in
or
his
his crib?
in his bassinet.
Oh, okay.
So he gets all wrapped up and he sleeps in there, and then we're in our bed, me and my wife.
That is just.
But he makes all
Enjoy.
these. I'm not going to go on a small tangent about this kid, but he makes all these horrible noises, and I'm laying in bed and it wakes me up, and he's like gargling. He sounds like a transformer, like turning into a truck. And like I like wake up and I get up and go over, like I'm like, did he spit up? Is he like asphyxiating on me? And then, like I'm like checking his cheeks to see if there's like if they're wet, if he spit up on one side.
You're
And
a
then-
first time daddy.
As soon as I get to him, he's dry, he's passed out, and he's not making any noise. He's just totally fine. I go and I'm like, oh, you little turd. And I walk back to bed, get back in, get settled. Then he starts doing it again. He does it to me all night.
Well, myself and our other co-host Hayden, that he not here today, but we told him it doesn't get any better. Wait till they can move.
Oh,
Everybody kept telling me wait till his first blowout, which happened like 2 days ago. We had come home from Costco after we went to go get stuff for the month, and we set him down, lift the blanket that we were covering him, and it's just like, oh my God.
there it is. Tell me you have a picture of it. That was the first one.
No, I didn't take a picture of it. I was too appalled. I was too busy like trying not to throw up a little.
Then you get used to.
So far, yeah, I'm getting a little more used to it. I changed his diaper this morning, and I was like, did someone else go in your diaper with you? Because this is way too much for someone your size. My little tangent.
Back to
About
our
fatherhood.
back to our stuff here. So when you came to America, what's like the first role that you were able to I guess land?
I get what you're saying, and I would recall again the nanny. As a nanny, I was making money, but actually for actors, you hear me out there, I was playing a role, and it was really an exercise for me. Like, I always thought I would be a mother, for example. So being a nanny, that's my recommendation for whoever needs to hear this. If you want to be a nanny, a father or a mom, be a nanny first, and get to know how to change a diaper and anything and everything about the baby's universe. I was playing a role, and I knew one day I will play a great nanny or somebody who is related to these kind of jobs.
Okay.
And that was my acting exercise. But really, my very first role in Hollywood was for Rampage with The Rock. That was actually a casting for my daughter, who was 2 years old at the moment. And I remember my manager was telling me, "Hey, Val, they cannot find a they were looking for a kid, 2 years old, Latina, but they cannot find a mother. And the scene is about a mother and the daughter. So they're asking me if I can send your headshots." And I'm like, "Are you asking me?" What? Of course, yeah, do it. They sent it, and so we got my very first role was with my daughter. So if you see Rampage, please watch it till the end, because the rap scene, that's me and my daughter. So it's a beautiful, story around that. But that was my very first gig I booked for Warner Brothers.
I need to rewatch the movie now. I'd be like, I talked to her, I know her. Have you gotten to play a nanny yet?
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Right? I haven't done a nanny exactly. Let me think. No nanny. But I did something that's called In the Cut. It's a TV show, In the Cut. And that was a housekeeper who was stealing the tequila of the family. That was fun. But not a nanny. But if I will get that job, I'll be the best nanny. Right?
I think we need to do a revival of The Nanny. Like with Fran Drescher.
Please. Yeah, I know.
Well, you haven't played a nanny, but you did get to play the aunt in the Dora and the Search for Sol. I'm very bad at names. Dora and the Search for Sol Dorado?
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Okay.
Yes. But this is the story of an amazing, iconic character. I think Dora, beyond our perspective, or is for kids. It really celebrates this year their 25th anniversary. And for me, it's a representation of the importance for second, third generations are still keeping the Spanish, still keeping the good manners, still keeping, call to your grandma and check in with her, how's she going, and have that, uncomfortable conversations with your cousins and aunts and uncles, because that's what is family about, and that and so many other things. So landing this role of the aunt of Dora was for me a tremendous experience, not only because they flew me to my homeland, Colombia. We shot it entirely in the jungle.
Oh, that's awesome.
But working with such stars like the rest of the family, they're like they were my idols growing up, watching TV and watching soap operas too. So it was a great experience, be part of this franchise in such a special moment. And I hope more kids and families take this weekend to watch it. It's on Paramount Plus. Dora and the Search for Sol Dorado is a story not for kids. You'll be surprised. You'll be in tears.
Was this a role? Had you already known about Dora the Explorer and this came up and then you were like, oh, I got to be in this movie? Or was it kind of like the reverse of hey, check this out, and then you kind of learn the whole backstory?
I was looking for some kind of opportunity like this big thing as a franchise.
Mhm.
To be honest, I wouldn't think it would be Dora, but can you hear me?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Oh, but what is funny is that I had to coach a couple of actors playing Diego.
Mhm.
So I kind of knew what was the audition or the story going through. Then when I got the audition for my role, which was Dora's mom, um, and I was so happy because I was like, oh, okay, so I know what happens in scene number 7, and I got the audition for scene number 9, so I know what's going on here. Um, and then I started, getting crazy watching all the animation show and seeing all the other live action movies. This is the third one, and the other ones have been amazing too. So, you know, I think I take it as a great gift. So, yeah, that's how it happened.
I mean, definitely something to be very proud of, especially when it's a big franchise that encompasses a lot of people over a lot of continents. Because, I mean, everybody knows who Dora the Explorer is now.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember when the commercials came out that the show was going to come out 25 years ago. And I hate saying that because I'm like, man, I'm getting old. I
I know, right?
was like,
Yes.
I had hair then. Power Rangers was cool. Now I'm like in my 30s. I have a kid. I'm bald. This is terrible.
It gets better and better, Tom. Don't worry.
Thank you, Valentina.
You'll see. You'll see.
Well, you've also got a lot of credits where you've done a lot of like, I guess the dubbing from English into Spanish. So one of them in particular, I want to know your experience trying to dub the English into Spanish for the show Cops, because I saw that on your IMDb list.
Wait,
Fine.
like cops?
Yeah.
Like Bad
Cop,
Boys, what you
cop.
going to do?
Oh my God, I've been dubbing cops forever. I was in the conservatory. I'm talking about 2003. That was the first time starting dubbing cops. That's how old I am. And that's how old is this show.
Hey, I remember
What is
watching
that,
this when
like
I was
20
little.
years?
Yeah, we used to watch cops when like we were kids. Like it was like you come on at 4 and you just hear Bad Boys and everybody's like, yeah, cops.
And that's the magic of voiceover. Like this is one part of voiceover too. It's not commercial. It's not audiobooks. It's dubbing. And this industry, it feels like a family to me. It's always small studios or boutique studios trying to keep the project available for the people who speaks that particular language. As you say, I started with dubbing in Spanish to from any other language, not only English but Mandarin or Turkish or whatever, in Spanish or whatever project comes to Colombia. But then when I moved to Los Angeles, it was until 2015. El Chapo was one of the very first projects Netflix decided to do the dubbing in Los Angeles from Spanish, which is the original language, into English. So the casting director called me and she said, Val, can you play El Chapo's mom? And I'm like, hold on.
Fine.
I've been doing dubbing for 20 years from any other language to Spanish, but never dubbing in English. That's number one. I'm not that fluent. And second of all, she's like 70 years old. Like, what?
It's like, what are you trying to say, agent?
I know. And I was like, are you sure? She was like, yes, you're perfect. Because Netflix wants actors who have done dubbing for so long, like you guys know the technique, even though you have an accent, we want to keep that accent because it's familiar with the sense of the show in this case, because it's a Chapo's story, the Chapo's family, Chapo's, workers, whatever.
Kind of keeps it all relative.
So that was my very first gig in dubbing in English, and I haven't stopped since then. It was 4 seasons, and that was one of the main things that I think is changing in the voiceover industry. Is dubbing is not only from English to any other language, but it's vice versa, and it's opening all the streaming platforms are opening actually doors for many other independent projects and things that you can just put it out there and be translated or dubbed by professional actors. That's a main thing. So yeah.
I mean, that's one thing Netflix, I feel like, particularly has done a lot of, is just different places and stuff, sending stuff to where you can actually, it's been dubbed over into English, so a lot of people can hear it from, like, Korean films, Spanish films, all sorts of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And what I did in Griselda, for example, for Netflix as well, it was I was part of the cast. I was one of the episodes as an on-camera actor, but a year after, different company. The casting director is like, hey, Val, I have a project that I think you can do the audio description, which is the description of what's happening for blind people or people cannot see well enough. So if you go to settings, you can see there's an option called audio description in English in this case. So again, not 100% about being 100% fluent in English. That's a main thing for me. Sometimes when I do think projects like this, I take it with a lot of responsibility. And she was like, "Nah, I think you're perfect, and you have to put the voice for every female character." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's great. So what is the show? This show?" I'm like, "Oh, so I'm gonna dub myself because I'm part of the show too." And she goes, "No, you're not. I watched the whole show and you're not there." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't make it to the cut."
Damn.
And she was like, "Yeah, you're not there." I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then she sent me the videos and everything. And I was there. I did it. I made it to the final call. She was like, "I couldn't recognize you. Oh my God, that was you." So with Griselda, you'll see me with a very fun character on episode number 2. But also, if you change the settings, so you'll hear the audio description in English with my voice.
Okay. Because I haven't seen Griselda yet. My parents, they watched it, and they told me I really need to see it because it was pretty good.
You do need to watch it. It's pretty good. Me and Rachel watched it.
Okay.
So when you're doing voiceover stuff and you get the script, like, do you get it like the day you go in? Do they send it to you like a couple days before, or you just kind of stand there like reading, and then there might be something outlandish a character says, and you're having to say it, and you're just yelling out a sentence like, "Wait, what did I just say out loud?"
I think that's a little bit different than TV. I think the scripts and everybody who works around the scripts in the voiceover industry, it's much more jealous with the words because it's like per word you pay this much or not. So we always know as voiceovers what is the script about it, what I'm going to say. There is a fun tool to have is improvisation, like improv comedy. But it's very important, to follow exactly what the word says. But if in a case where is animation, animation can happen that like, "Hey, can you improvise a little bit more about what's in the dinner tonight?" So then you can use that. But yeah, most of the time you know exactly what you're saying and what it's about and what genre too, because it's so extensive, the voiceover industry. It's like e-learning, audiobook, toys voice, an app voice, and every single one is so different from the other one.
Is there any particular one that's harder to do or easier?
Yeah, the freaking medical things. Like, who wants to say that?
All those like terminology and all that stuff.
5 milligrams of blah, 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 like you say, I'm not booking this.
So do you have to do the part where like they're like, "Oh yeah, this will cure this," and then like, but they do the side effects, but they say it really fast and slow,
I know,
so
and
you
that's
can't
real.
You have to do that?
Yeah, I never booked those, of course.
It's like, "This may cause mild headaches. Like your toes could fall off. You could have anal leakage. Your shoulder could separate." And you're like, "Wait, what? I'm not taking this."
Right.
Now, this might be a dumb question, but like when you're trying to translate or dub stuff with, like, I guess, animated things, do you try and focus and keep the same kind of tone from one character while also trying to dub it? That would be hard to keep up their tone and their characterisms while trying to translate. So.
Yeah, I think I always suggest to my students, if you want to be a dubbing actor, you have to have good ear, like musical ear. dubbing is about the rhythm. So it's exactly what you say, Michael. It's like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, ¿cómo estás? Hey, ¿cómo estás? So I'm trying to recreate exactly the same rhythm, even though my words are different, my accent might be different, but keep the intention, keep the intensity, and keep the rhythm.
Okay. And speaking of rhythm, just because we do a little bit of research, I was going through some of your Instagram, and there was one where you were singing, I think it was the Beauty and the Beast song.
Yes.
Now, you also worked on Encanto, correct?
Yes.
Did you have to sing for any of those, or?
Yeah, the whole time. The
Okay.
whole all songs that are in a family, because I was one of the family members. So yeah, we had to sing the whole soundtrack, whatever the family was in the chorus, or all together. It was singing. It was a magnificent experience to be in the Disney studios, in person, which was still a little bit dangerous because we were out of the pandemic. And Disney was like, it's okay, we can have four or five actors at once in a big studio, but they put like a booths for each one of us.
Okay.
So yeah, we had to cover our face masks and with everything. But yeah, it was about acting, improvisation, a lot of improvisation and Encanto, because that was the main thing when the family is all together. So you speak about, where are you eating? Pass me that thing. Pass me the other. This empanada is deliciosa. So to talk about that genuinely and authentically, you have to be from Colombia. And I remember the audition for Encanto was like, the third callback was like, are you really from Colombia? Like, you almost want to see your birth certificate. And I'm thankful for that. Because as a Colombian, I never thought Disney would put their eyes in a story about or inspired in Colombia.
Well, now, and for scenes like that, you're talking about improvisation. Do y'all record first and then they animate to it? Or did y'all have to record something to their animations?
What I saw, it was like scratch draws.
Okay.
Most of them. So we were able to improvise whatever, and then eventually animators will draw that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I think that
I was going to say, I have to tell you that Encanto is one of my daughter's favorites. So
is it.
she loves the songs, and then I think they had like a Broadway kind of like show that they did for Disney that was out in LA at one of the amphitheaters that they televised as well. But she loved watching those. So.
Oh my God, yes, Encanto is such a nice movie. It's a family movie, but also has a lot of great models for us.
The boy, he doesn't have any favorite films right now. His favorite thing is looking at the ceiling fan. It's like it's like magic to him. I can't wait to take him to like Lowe's and like just walk through like all the ceiling fans and lights and just watch him lose his mind. One question we always do like to ask people who've been in the acting business for a while is, do you ever have your like starstruck moment?
My what?
A starstruck moment where you're like, holy crap, that's so-and-so. And you're kind of like, oh, wow. Like when certain people see like famous actors like on the street and they like totally panic and forget their name.
Oh, I know. We did The Tax Collector.
Okay.
Directed by David Ayer. And I'm playing, woman 3. I don't know. Anyways, I am in the trailer for my hair and makeup. There is some dude next to me, and I'm like, who are you? I think you're so familiar, but I didn't speak, right? So I was like, oh my God, I don't know. You're so familiar. And I called my husband, and I'm like, Gabby, there is a guy next to me, but I don't know. And they were just finishing his makeup. So I did the FaceTime, trying to not being too obvious. Anyways, my husband is like, hey, crap, that's Shia LaBeouf. What are you talking about?
So you're trying to do in your FaceTime, you kind of lean a little further.
It's like I'm over here with
I'm
this
like,
guy.
no, I'm not. I'm like, this is not Shia LaBeouf because he stand up and he wasn't that tall. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yes. I'm like, and then my scene was with Shia LaBeouf. So if you see Tax Collector, well, it's in Prime.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that movie. He does look a lot different than what he normally does in a lot of his other roles. So
right? Oh, okay. There you get what I'm saying. Yeah, right.
yeah, because he had like the shaved head, he had like the tattoos and stuff, and he didn't look like his normal like kind of curly haired self from like Transformers and all that stuff.
You see, in my defense, so that was my moment.
I forgot, who did we talk to? He like followed John Malkovich like 3 blocks.
Oh, that was a Frank Monteleone. Yeah, he was talking about he followed John Malkovich when he was a kid, like down several blocks of the street, just trying to get his autograph or talk to him. And then we talked to one person that said like he worked on Walker, Texas Ranger, and met Chuck Norris and the guy that played Flash Gordon on the same day or something like that. So we just like to ask different questions to see what kind of answers we get from people. So
I love it.
My brother, he met Shaq, and he's like, he was like, he just went on and on about it like the entire day. And he was like, have you ever met anybody famous? And I was like, no. It's like, not once. It's like, I never bumped into anybody, like nothing. It's like my dad met Arnold Schwarzenegger. My mom met Kenny Loggins, who did like every 80s movie soundtrack ever. She bumped into him at a bar in Connecticut. And he was like, he is really, really tall.
I've done like security for several things, and I've met Anthony Mackie. I've met Sebastian Stan. I did like a convention where I was doing like the security for that, and I met a lot of the people that played in the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles movies and shows.
Wow,
so
nice.
It's fun to meet people and see who they are without being on screen.
Right, totally.
So I see you have a few up-and-coming projects that were on your IMDb: Noir, LA Rush, and there was one called Undisclosed. It was Undisclosed, and they're not going to tell me the title, or is that the name of it?
That's the only one that I would say is a
Undisclosed.
I know. They have to change it because they're working on all the paperwork already, and I know that because it's a independent film. I'm collaborating not only with my performance, but also with part of the production. I'm taking a lot of notes what it takes to do your own film. This is starting by me, and I'm pretty much the only actor on screen. It's 90 minutes of this lawyer taking the case of his father who's assassinated by somebody. So it's a very entertaining story, and it's called Atrapada. I can say the actual name already, Atrapada, and hopefully by next year we'll be, screening this and going to festivals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is filmmaking something you're going to try to get into now?
It'll be amazing, but I need $2 million before that. So
I mean,
I'll let you know as soon as I get it.
I mean, we'll just call Switzerland, move some money around.
I mean, my ideas are on the paper. I'm just waiting for the funds.
Well, that's what our other co-host Hayden. He's done some directing and some writing and stuff. And I've done like location scouting, and we drove from Atlanta, like different locations there, all the way down, like traveling towards Savannah, and we were trying to plan stuff, and it was all good to go until the person raising the money wasn't able to raise the money. So
there you go.
I mean, is that really like what it all hinges on? It's like you have the idea, and it's just like, oh yeah, we just need the money, and then it's like, oh yeah, I can get you the money, and everybody's like, all right, we're ready. It's like, nah, I don't have the money.
Well, he guaranteed he could get a certain amount, and then he got about half that, so we just weren't able to fund what we needed.
So make half a movie.
It doesn't work that way though.
Why wouldn't you just film it in like chapters?
But it's a TV show.
Yeah. Miniseries. People like miniseries now. What's been your favorite project so far?
Dora, for sure, 100%.
Are they going to be doing any more Dora movies?
Oh, ... Because you need to watch Dora, but at the end, it's like, where is going to be our next adventure? So hopefully, yes. And I'm saying Dora no because it's the most recent and probably the biggest credit I have achieved so far. But because it's really about what I've been working not only as an actor, but also as a person, as a
Mhm.
mother. So that's when you actually see in your work is a lot of reflection of and result of keep the training and so yes that's why it's my favorite one and see my daughter watching it and asking me to
Mhm.
watch it again and I'm like what really you're not embarrassed so that's fascinating that's something to be proud of it so that's why it's my favorite.
Oh. And then, real quick, I also saw that you are the founder for Latina Studios.
Yeah, Latina Studios is a boutique broadcast studio. We are in North Hollywood, California, and if I am not in front of the camera or behind the camera helping somebody with
Mhm.
the audition or um, doing my voice acting, I'm also directing sometimes projects here in my studio. So I either rent it or I direct the project, or sometimes I have to collaborate with casting as well. Um, for Latin America, like Colombia, there is a lot of clients that are always asking me for voices, or here sometimes, you know. The good thing about voiceover community is that we know a lot about each other, like how to connect with the other ones if they're looking for, you know, African American voices, male voices, like from this age to this age. So it's an amazing community, and I'm glad I can have that support if I'm directing any project. So that's Latina Studios happening here.
Well, it always fascinates me just to see, like, this actor voiced this person, and you would never expect it just because, I mean, they're able to change the pitch and the tone and everything to where they sound like a whole other person. Because, like, I think I saw one video where you were voicing, like, a small child in, like, a cartoon. And
There
I
you
was like,
go.
it didn't even sound like you in your other video, so.
That's right. That's right. That's the magic of the voice, and yeah, it's crazy what we do.
As we start wrapping up, if someone was to ask you, like, hey, Valentina, I need advice to do what you do, what would you say?
Be patient, be humble, stay grounded, and keep working. I think it's a work that we we do every day again. Even if you're a nanny right now, you're playing the role of the nanny, bro. That could be your main role in the future. I hear a lot of friends and colleagues struggling because financially to be able to live and breathe okay in Los Angeles, it could be very hard
Mhm.
if you're not smart enough to really prioritize what do you need and don't get crazy spending too much. Um, so yeah, you can be an actor for a living, um, but in the meantime, if you're bartending, guess what? Enjoy that role and observe other people, how people come to ask you, how people's moods, what's your mood. So that'll be my advice. Just stay in the present. That's the best gift.
Very solid advice. I feel like I can go do it. I'm quitting my job. I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
do monotone voicing for some characters.
Well, no, that'd be Hayden doing
No,
the
yeah,
one voice.
that is
He has
Hayden.
one voice and that's it.
He does Alan Rickman. But as we leave you, is there anything you want to plug before we sign off? Any projects you got coming up? Any shout outs you want to give? Any businesses you got?
Yeah, go to theater. In an era of artificial intelligence around, I invite you to go to the theater. We'll be performing at the Santa Monica Theater this last weekend of August at the Brisk Festival. This is a micro play festival, which means the plays are 10 minutes length. The audience will see 6 plays in an hour, and at the end, they're going to be able to vote with their phones which one was the favorite of the night. And so I'll be performing with these super fun story called Daughter Knows Best.
Okay.
And don't miss it. So check it out. Brisk Festival. And September, October, I'll be in a theater season at the Theater of Big Bear Company. We'll be playing Enfrascada, reading by Tania Saracho.
All right. Be at those places. I haven't even been to California. I need to go.
Yeah, I think I've never been any further west than Alabama, so
I made it to Arkansas.
Come on.
I haven't been any
We're
further.
right here for you.
I haven't been any further west than Alabama, and I've never been any further north than I think Virginia. So
All right, well, I got you beat because I've at least been to Europe.
I'm very limited in my travel.
Well, Ms. Valentina Latyna, we want to say thank you for being on our little show and spending a couple of minutes with us and learning about you. And we hope you had fun here too.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much. And good luck with the parenthood. It's an amazing
Thank you.
experience. And thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for listening. So see you next time.